Broadcast live.
What's good, what's Gucci, and welcome back to another episode of The Ultimate Plug with Luyanda Mabaso, the freshest podcast show on the streets. As you already know, I'm gonna put you on with some new music. So in today's part of Get Plugged, we have the late AKA who dropped his album Mass Country. May his soul rest in peace. Make sure you stream that album. Next up, we have Tyler ICU, who dropped a single titled Ngimoja, featuring Kanyisa and a few other people, which is a really, really great song. And lastly, we have Rismat Lisa, who dropped his debut EP alone, titled Kwaito Namamedi. So make sure you check out all that new music. In today's episode, we have a very, very special guest. We have one of my favorite rappers, So we have Somnyama Yedwa, Blxckie the Animal. What's up, man?
What's going on, bro?
How you doing?
Chilling, how's it?
I'm good, man.
Easy.
How's 2023 been? How's it been treating you?
Yeah, we all good. Started off a little bit weird, but yeah, I guess you gotta just keep pushing. Nothing crazy.
All right, have you been working on anything?
Yeah, just a lot of features, but mostly I've just been working on like stage, like just my performance and stuff like that. So, but musically there is a lot of songs, but I don't think there's any like projects in the works. Not really.
Okay. When dropping music, was the first time you dropped with the collective Clout Internet Boyz?
The first time I dropped music wasn't with Clout Internet Boyz. I think Clout Internet Boyz came like after just me like dropping like my own stuff. So yeah, Clout Internet Boyz was started by a guy named Tulani, shout out to Voltron. And he's friends with Soul Kid, which is, one of the best producers in SA. And yeah, I just used to make songs with Soul Kid a lot, and I guess, they sort of like spoke about it, and, I was sort of introduced to them in a way, to Jaws. So Jaws is Voltron, Soul Kid, and Brody. It's actually a long story, but yeah. Voltron, Soul Kid, and Brody, Fred, everyone that was in Jaws, they were also doing their thing. And yeah, I was doing my thing, and then as time went on, we sort of made a lot of music together and decided like, let's just all get together. And we ended up with like 11 to like 12 members of just photographers and musicians and everything. And we used to chill in Durban North at Voltron's place and just like make music. And then we dropped the first Clout Internet tape in 2018 also, I think. Or was it 2019? Not sure. 25 songs on Christmas. And yeah, that's how basically everything started with CIB.
So with the 25 songs, was it because it's on the 25th day of December?
Yeah, that was the vision. Yeah, we just wanted to drop like all the songs we've been working on because I feel like we weren't really into dropping singles, and also the main vision of the group was to like just make like each artist that was in the collective would have their own tape, and then we'd all just help each other push each other's tapes.
Okay.
But then didn't end up working out like that because we ended up like making songs together, so it got confusing to separate it. So we ended up just with a whole lot of songs, and then we just cut it down to 25. And then yeah, that's how the first tape came out.
Okay, so what was the group dynamic of Clout Internet Boyz, and how did you stand out from everyone else?
I mean, it wasn't really like a rap group per se. It was more, like just a collective.
Boys and Bucks.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we were just running around doing whatever. Like we used to just do shows at different places, And yeah, we sort of gained traction just on WhatsApp basically, because like we used to make like a lot of group chats and share our music and whatever, and people started liking it. And then from there we moved on to like Instagram, and that's how we made a name for ourselves. Standing out, I don't know what it comes with or how it happened, but yeah, I think like I was just on like a lot of the hooks, and people sing the hooks more than the verses, and they sort of want to find out who was on the hook. And then yeah, it was me. But at the same time, I was also dropping like a lot of my own music, so they had something to go to, and I don't know how it works, but that's just up to the people. They decide like what they want to bump,
Okay, so then When you started making music, or in the early stages of you making music, who were some of your inspirations?
In the early stages, I was listening to a lot of SoundCloud rap, obviously. So at the time, the people that were running it was probably X and Ski and Trippie Redd and Comethazine, Smoke Perp, that type of vibe. That's what I was on. But then I didn't really want to rap like that because I have like a more melodic background. Like I listen to a lot of deep house and like neo soul and stuff like that. So I mean, I'd listen to them for basically just the gist of what people are listening to on SoundCloud and sort of take that and then like mix it with whatever I want to do, you know, just to be different. Yeah, and that's basically how that happened.
Okay. I know that you were moving around from house to house, like when you were this side. So, what was the reasoning behind that?
I think it is because it is two of us. So when I came here for the lockdown, I was alone, you know, and then the restrictions sort of got like alleviated, so I was able to go back to Durban and, you know, tell the guys like, yo, this is what's going on out there, and, you know, I'm trying to go back and whatever. And that's when Leo decided to come with me when I came back. And when I came back, it was just a little more difficult to stay at people's houses because two guys, you know. So yeah, we moved around a lot, but we ended up at Lucas's place, and then.
Is this while you were still with Pori?
No, I mean I was never with Pori.
Okay, because I know with him, there was a point he was living with Pori, then he also moved.
Oh, Lucas, you talking about? I thought you talking about me. I don't. Yeah, no, that was way after because he was staying in Midrand. So
Okay.
I think when he was with Pori, he was staying in also Midrand, but just another place. Because at the time he was staying with Pepper, and I think Christ was also there at the time. So yeah, bro, we just got there. And then that was also difficult, so we had to move again. But then, you know, Leo was like, I mean, there was a choice of either like us going, you know, carrying on moving to other places, or, you know, Leo goes back to Durban and then I like figure it out for myself, and then, you know, he comes back. Yeah, that's what we ended up doing, and now we good. He's out here.
So how did you come to the decision that you're the one that's staying instead of the one going and he stays?
I think I just had more music at the time. I think I had like just a little bit more traction, you know, so it was just like the smarter thing to do. That's the conversation we had. And yeah, it worked, so.
And then how was your time after he left? Did that influence your work ethic in any way? Like, take us a bit through that.
Nah, not really. I was actually thinking about this yesterday. Like, I don't really be feeling much, you know. I just work a lot. That's all I know. That's just, you know, I'm in the studio all the time. So even before he left and after he left, I was still in the studio making music. That's just what I do, bro. Like, there's no, I don't know. There's no like, especially in Joburg when I'm here, it's just there's no like real emotion that I feel. I'm not like really deep with things. I just want to work and put out music. That's it.
So how often do you go back home?
Probably like once a month, you know, just see the fam and stuff. Okay. Yeah.
And then with Mama's Bad, like, I'm assuming that was you just crying about how tough it is out here in Joburg. So what's the story behind that song?
I mean, it's not really like a deep story. I guess, yeah, as I said, I don't really be speaking much about what's going on. So, yeah, I wasn't speaking to, not that I wasn't speaking to her, I just wasn't telling her, like, what's really going on, because, you know, parents worry, you don't want to put more pressure on them and stuff. So, yeah, that was just my way of putting that into song. Yeah, that, like, at the time, I think I had, like, recorded, like, most of the songs already. It was just one of the last songs that I had on the album. So I just, it was on, like, a beat with drums before, then I just stripped it down in order for it to be, like, an intro. But yeah, it's nothing really deep attached to it. It's just, yeah, Mama's Bad, cool song.
Okay. With Leo moving back to Durban and all that, so like, how did you make sure that you honor the promise you made to him that we'll make it together? You know.
I mean, it wasn't that hard. Like I believe in my shit, like my music and stuff. So I already knew the album's gonna go crazy. And I was like, okay, if it's not after this album, then it's gonna be like after the next project or whatever, because that's just how it works. You know, like if I believe in my stuff and I put it out consistently, then it's gonna reap results. And with those results, I can have like a platform to put, you know, my friends on and anyone who I believe in. So that's what we did. So I guess there was too much going on like around the album, like just running around doing like different shows and stuff. So I wasn't really at the house. I was like, nah, let me not bring it back like this. So we did. I think he came back after For Love. Yeah, that was like a more chill time. You know, I had a lot of time to think about things around me, and I was like, yo, this might be the right time for him to come back and sort of figure his thing out too.
So he's here full time now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right then. How does your like, besides all the like with all the shows included, maybe a shoot whatnot, like how does a typical Blxckie day look, and how do you manage to fit in studio time?
I mean, there are like very busy days, but there's also like very chill days. You know, I normally like from Thursday to like
Monday.
maybe Tuesday sometimes. Like it's just not super busy, but I know that there's something going on later. It's a gig or whatever. But yeah, like, and then Tuesday during the day until Thursday during the day, it's like more interviews, you know, getting a lot of studio time and stuff. But if there's time, like on any day, even after shows, like I go to the studio and just chill out there and end up making a little something. Yeah, because I stay at the studio, so it's not that I stay at the studio. There's a studio at the place, so yeah, I'm there all the time. It's not like I have to drive or whatever. Yeah.
So how did you manage to break through from SoundCloud or just being like an internet rapper to mainstream?
I listen to a lot of music, so I know what's going on like outside of SoundCloud. I guess I don't know if it's a good or bad thing, but like a lot of people that know me from SoundCloud would like ask like, yo, like when you not would like right now they ask like, yo, when are you gonna drop something that sounds like, you know, what you were doing back then? And it's like I think as an artist, you know, there are goals that you set, and I feel like in the planning of those goals, you sort of have to do research about how to get there. We're not in America, you know, so it's not easy to rap like your whole career and then end up making it on TV and stuff, you know. So, but I think it helps that I also like that music. It's not like I'm doing it or I'm forced to do it or whatever. Like I just I like making that type of music also, like just stuff that resonates with a larger crowd, you know, because on SoundCloud you're making music for, you know, high school kids basically.
Yeah, basically.
Maybe like first years or whatever. So yeah, like in other places it's possible to, you know, keep doing that and make it, but like I think South Africa is like a different dynamic, like just the way we consume music is different, like, you know what I mean? Like you just walk out the house, like you can hear what people are listening to, and it's not really, you know, rap per se, you know? So yeah, I sort of figured that out, and I was like, okay, if I like this music this much, let me just buckle down and sort of figure out my own way to do it, and see if it works out. And that's how Siga came about. That was like one of the first songs that was like that, sort of. And then yeah, from then on, we did the R&B thing. We mixed it up. We did like R&B mixed with that, like, piano, slow down type of sound. And yeah, it worked out. It's just research.
So with that being said, are there any other genres that you'd like to explore?
I was listening to like Brazilian music. I don't know if you guys on TikTok.
And I
But
know exactly the song you're talking about. Yeah.
Dora Brencha.
Uh-huh,
Yeah. So I was listening to that bounce. I actually sent it to her because I was like, yo, like, this thing
something out
sounds
of
crazy,
this.
bro. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I might tap in, but I'm not forced or rushed. It's just if I'm vibing.
And then on the Afrobeat side of things,
yeah, there's a lot of music we did when we were out of the country. Especially when we were in Nigeria. We did a lot of Afro. Also Kenya, we did a lot of Afro. So there's a lot of different, ways to do Afro. But I think like when I sit down with her, like we sort of break it down, to its bones and build it up again like the way we want to do it. Because, there's a lot of people doing like the same thing. So we just try to be a little bit different so that, yeah, we can cater to our crowd.
Okay. I remember there was this one day, like, so Sova and I used to sit next to each other in math, né? So he played me the 8x4, like, with Nasty C, and this was like early 2021 when your career was still elevating, and I was in shock that like Blxckie's doing so much, So how did that Nasty C feature come about?
I guess everyone from Durban like really knows each other in Jersey, so it was just like a matter of time, really. I think also the Lucas thing really helped because I feel like they knew each other also before because Lucas was still under What It Is wave at the time. So yeah, just having him on Big Time Slapper, like, sort of put me in a position where people can look at me and be like, okay, who's this guy, And then, yeah, after Big Time Slapper, I dropped like other stuff also. And then my manager or our manager at the time, me and Lucas, was like, used to work with Nasty also back in the day. So I don't know if that helped, but yeah, he had us on the Zulu Marathon Power Tour. We did, what's that place? JoJo's.
And Maboneng.
Yeah, we did that place. That was dope, We, I hadn't dropped the album yet. Yeah, it wasn't even out yet at the time. Okay, that's for him. But like, I had only Big Time Slapper out, and he decided to like put us onto that stage.
And how was the crowd response from all of that?
It was dope. I think we were just coming back from COVID, so it was just a little bit different from the type of shows we do now. But like, yeah, for me at the time, like, it was crazy. Like just to be there and like witness the crowd and stuff like that. And yeah, so after that, we didn't really talk really, but then just on Instagram, we used to share like some of our stuff and whatever. And then this one day I called Geek. Geek is like a producer. And I called him and I was like, yo, dog, I want to make an anthem today. Let's make the year song. Because I used to say it a lot. And I was like, yo, might as well just make a song out of it. So we did it, in like, I don't know, maybe he can check, but like in like maybe an hour, 2 hours to make that song. And it was done. Like I actually had the 2 verses. So the first and last verse, if you take out Nasty's verse, that was the song. And then, yeah, I left it like that for a bit, maybe like a month, just performing it and whatever, and people knew it before I even, announced that I want to drop a song like that. And then, yeah, the one morning I hit him up, and I was like, yo, dog, this is probably going to be my next thing that I want to do. It'll be dope to have you on it or whatever. And then he asked me to send him a pack. So I sent him that song. I think I sent him David also. And I don't know, I think maybe a beat or something. And then he decided to do Yeah. We did Yeah, then we did the video, and then yeah, we dropped everything at the same time.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. Now onto the For Live EP. Like, what's the story behind that EP?
For Love was really just like a way to extend the wave of like Hold, you know. I was gonna do just one song, you know, but then I was like, nah, you know, it's literally it wasn't a year after the album, it was actually like a few months. No, it was a year,
It was a
actually.
year,
It was a
yeah.
year after the album. And I was like, yo, you know, people like Hold, you know. And it was a song that I just dropped like out of the blue. Like it wasn't even supposed to be like a thing. Cause I was just working with Salo at the time, you know, and I was feeling those vibes and I was like, yo, let me just put this out just, you know. And I put it on YouTube. Yeah. I dropped 2 songs on YouTube on the 14th of Feb 2021. I don't know. But yeah, we did it, and then yeah, it kind of went crazy, and then I had to put on the album, and then people like that and like Mama It's Bad and stuff like that. So I was like, yo, let me just make a little project out of it, and yeah, that's how For Love came about.
And then how were you able to transition between being this hardcore rapper to this soft level boy?
I mean, I feel like I make a lot of music, bro. Like I spend a lot of time in the studio, so I don't really like differentiate. Like I could make Hold and then make, you know, Rhonda or Gas or whatever in like the same 2 hours, you know what I mean? It's not like I had to like get into a mood or whatever. Like it's just whatever I feel like the beat, wherever I feel like the beat is taking me, like that's where I go. It's not like a deep moment where I have to think, now what's gonna happen now.
Are you naturally a vulnerable person?
Vulnerable? What does that mean?
Like you're able to express your emotions freely?
I mean, in music, I guess, but I don't really like like people know, bro. I don't speak on things that don't involve me or that do involve me sometimes, most times. I'm just about work and about music. I guess like the people closer to me like sort of get an idea of where my mind is at, but like really, like I'm not vulnerable by your definition.
You're a thug.
No.
Okay, so are you dating?
Yeah, I am.
How long has it been?
We about to hit 3 years now.
Yeah, congratulations, man. So did you guys start dating shortly after you moved to Joburg?
Yeah, she's from Durban also.
So you met that side?
Yeah, we did meet that side, but briefly before like she decided to move this side.
Okay. So how has being in the industry impact your relationship? Like, does it ever threaten it in any way?
I mean, not really. Like, nah, cause she knows like what I wanna do or what I'm pursuing, and it's like, you know, if we're really about it, if we're about to go the long way and do it the right way, then, you know, nothing can really break that bond because this is what she hopes for me also, and is what I hope for me also. So, you know, if I do it right and I do it properly, then we're gonna be able to, you know, live a long, healthy, happy life.
Okay, so you being in the club almost every night, surrounded by a lot of women, that's never been a problem or made you feel some type of way?
I mean, obviously, you know, that's just life. Even with like people that aren't really like your partner or whatever, like the club is a weird space for just like relationships or emotions or whatever.
Yeah.
It happens, but yeah, bro, that's just life.
Okay. So From that EP, there's two songs that really stand out for me. Like they're my favorites. It's called what's the other one that goes so many open wounds?
Oh, the Your Old One, yeah.
Yeah. So what is the story behind the two songs? Because the one, you're in a way confessing that you may have lied to a woman, or there might be other women in the picture, whereas in the other one, you're telling her that you want to give her your all. So what is the story behind those two songs?
I mean, as I said, like I don't really like think much about the songs, you know. I sort of take it where I want to take it, line by line. Like that's how I record it. Like I don't really like write like the full verse or the full song and then get in the studio and just do it. Like I sit there and do it line by line, and yeah, whatever I'm feeling in that moment sort of comes out. I don't be telling my stories all of the time. Sometimes I'll be rapping or singing about like other stuff or like other people that I know or their stories or whatever. There's no song where I can pinpoint like, yo, this whole song is about this, or nah, because it's like, it's not like I freestyled it, but like it was in the moment thing.
Okay.
And that's how I was feeling at the time. It was not attached to anything that happened to me specifically. It might be, but it doesn't have to be. You know what I mean? I just want to make the song, you know, and just like sort of figure out, you know, which direction I want to take it. And then the way I do that is by, you know, sort of like remembering things from my past or my present or my friend's past and their present. Put it all together and then the song comes out. It's not really specific to me.
Okay, makes sense. So can we expect any more like full R&B projects from you anytime in the near future?
I don't know if that's something I want to do, especially now because like a lot of the biggest songs are like R&B singing songs and stuff.
So in this industry, who are some of your closest friends?
It's probably just Leo, Nkiri. I don't know if you know Nkiri way. But yeah, those are like I spend the most time with. I don't really be at people's houses like that anymore.
Okay, I get it. Anyways, so with features, like, are they always just based off of organic energy that you might have with another artist, or do you plan ahead, or do you charge? How does it work?
A lot of people like don't like really hit me up for features. I guess it's just like, you know, the kids coming up or whatever that want to pay for features, but like that's not the wave I'm on right now. Like I'm for features, like mostly these days, like it comes from management, like yo, so-and-so wants a session, and then I'm like, yo, let me hear what they doing, you know?
Okay.
I bump it for a bit, and then I'll probably go, you know what I mean? But yeah, most of the time I'm like, yo, can't they just come to my studio and let me make music there? And then, yeah, but I'm open to collaborating. Like it's not a major thing for me.
Okay. And then you mentioned like up and coming rappers, and I saw you and Scumie recently did a joint together. So how did she stand out to you from the other upcoming rappers, you know?
I spent a lot of time on SoundCloud. I think at the time, like she was about to drop that 3-track project. I forgot what it's called, but
066, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. The second volume of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, there was like a little bit of hype around it and stuff, and then she dropped it, and I was like, you know, let me just hear what's going on, you know, and it sounded dope, you know, and I told her that like, yo, this is clean, bro. You should carry on doing this, and yeah, we didn't really collaborate like same time, but yeah, I had plans of it, and then obviously I listened to Brady and Bleed in them. But I actually found out about Bleed before Brady, because Bleed had that 6 song that was out that was like trending on TikTok.
Yeah.
So, yeah, after finding out about Bleed, like I went deeper, found out about Brady, found out about Dior, Santana. Who else? Izzy or Easy. But yeah, just like the whole wave of like the kids coming up right now. And when I was doing the formula, I was like, you know, one of the major parts of just the formula, you know, as a rapper is like putting the kids on. So I had Scumie on there and Brady, and we're gonna do more of that, just so, you know, give like the SoundCloud kids a platform also.
Okay, so apart from everyone that you've named, is there any other upcoming rapper that maybe you've tapped into or that you've heard about, or
I don't know. I have to check my phone. These niggas' names is like hectic sometimes.
Yeah, especially on SoundCloud.
Yeah, but yeah, a lot of Dior. So obviously he just dropped the Vivienne Westwood song. So I've been bumping that for a bit. Yeah, Bleed, Brady. Upcoming. Though I feel like those two are the best out of the kids. Oh, then there's obviously like Horrid and Eddie Soul and like Dreezy. Like those guys are also cool also.
There's
Reezy.
Young Kid Reezy.
Young Kid Reezy, yeah.
There's a rapper I need to put you on with. His name is Oxymoron. Like he's really killing.
Oxymoron's dope. Yeah. I listen to Oxymoron. Yeah. He's dope. Yellow Phonics also crazy. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Okay. So how was your relationship with the late Riky Rick and the late AKA?
So I mean, with Ricky, he's like related to Pep, who was like my DJ at the time. Yeah, like he sort of liked the music. He was actually like one of the people that were like, I need to put Nasty on the lyric, and yeah, that's that's what they say. There's not much to say about it. Like people know, bro. There's like a lot of footage and like you know, photos of just like, you know, like how he helped like my career and how we interacted. I don't really like to speak on it. But yeah, AKA also like we did a few songs together. You know, he invited me to his house to do like the last thing of Mass Country. Yeah, we were cool. I saw him at shows and stuff.
So something I actually thought about and I noticed. So with Ricky, shortly before he passed away, I think the last song he was on that was dropped was Sondela, which you were on as well. And here, AKA recently passed away, and his album that just came out also features you. So does that make you feel some type of way, or does that impact you in any way?
I mean, it does. I think Ricky was there though for like the rollout for Sondela. Like we did a few shows with him where he was doing the song. I guess it's just different when like you can't really perform the song or see the reaction of the other artists in relation to like the fans, because it's like you guys made it together, so it's like it would be dope to perform it together or like talk about it together after it's out and stuff. But yeah, it's just it's a weird one.
Okay. And then as they were like very influential in this SA hip hop thing, you know, they were one of the pioneers. So how do you plan to honor them by making sure that SA hip hop is in good hands?
I mean, like as I said, like I'm all about work, you know. I feel like the best way to like honor them is to make sure that like the work sort of transcends, you know what I mean? We know what they did. We know, how far they took it. So the best way to honor it is to like go from there and just go further. You know what I mean? And yeah, the only way to do that is just to keep working.
Okay. And then we're almost done with the interview, but before we wrap it up, who would you like to give their flowers while they're still alive?
Definitely Nasty, for sure. Just in terms of like what he's done also, you know what I mean? I feel like the hip hop industry is like super young, you know what I mean? There are a lot of artists, but like it's still a long way from what we imagine like as kids when we're coming up, you know?
Yeah.
And the thing Nasty did was like sort of make those visions like come like super closer, you know what I mean? As like a young guy that was able to do all the stuff he did. So for sure, bro, like him. Who else, bro? There's a lot of people that work like behind the scenes also, you know what I mean? Like, but I mean, you would know them. But yeah, definitely Reese, definitely Casper also, just like for the larger than life like ideas and you know what I'm saying, like doing the dome and stuff like that at that stage, that was crazy, you know what I mean? So yeah, just anyone that like really left their mark and like elevated like SA hip hop to like another level, like it would be dope to tell them to yo, like, did your thing.
Okay. And then before we end this interview off, we'd like to play a quick game called Guess the Sample. So I'm gonna play like the original version, and I'll give you options of artists that might have sampled, and then you'll guess who sampled the artist.
Is it SA songs?
Yeah, strictly SA. Okay, this is the first one. That's the first one. And then, so your options are, so it's a duo that sampled this song. So the option A is Riky and Casper, option B, AKA and Deleuze, option C, AKA and Anati, option D, AKA and Kostatich.
What? Play that again?
Okay.
I don't know, bro. I don't even know. That's crazy. What are the options again?
Riky and Casper, AKA and Deleuze, AKA and Anati, AKA and Kostatich. So you can just
I'm
take
gonna
a
get this
guess.
wrong. I'm gonna say I was gonna say AK and Les.
Unfortunately, you're incorrect. The correct answer is AK and Kostatich.
Damn.
Super soft. And then this is the second one. This should be easy though.
Song Cool Cat.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't even have to give him the option.
Oh, that's another song.
Yeah, that's another.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah, he sampled it. And then 3, this is the original version.
Isn't that Pro?
Yeah, isn't it?
Oh, this is the Pro song.
Okay,
cool.
Yeah, okay, it is Pro. No, Pro is the one that sampled it. Pro is the one that sampled it, yes.
All right,
so you're right either way.
All right.
And then this one, it was produced by a South African artist, Hugh Masekela, but it was sampled by an American artist. So I'll play it for you. Why do you know these things? So just for the purpose of content, this is the. Yeah. And in indeed, it was sampled by Baby Keem. But thank you very much for pulling through.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Catch you in the next one. Peace.
Broadcast live